Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Big Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over 4 college basketball games for Sunday, March 2nd, 2025. Now, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, include my top play in college hoops, that's my Big Shot Best Bet. You can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alright, here we go. Here are the games for Sunday in college hoops. First up was Wisconsin and Michigan State. This one, 1:30 Eastern, is going to be on CBS. I'm not loving this Sunday card in college basketball from a betting perspective. There should be some fun games to watch, and we start conference tournament play in the ASUN. But for me, I'll be treading lightly from a betting, on the betting side. And when you look at this game, a pair of top 15 teams, that should be one of the more watched games on the board, national television game. Michigan State's coming off the buzzer-beating victory over Maryland. I do think this is a pretty clear letdown spot for the Spartans, and I view Wisconsin as the better team in this game. I like the fact that they're a great free throw shooting team, the number one in the country, really important when you're playing on the road. They do a good job of taking care of the ball, and they're an excellent defensive rebounding team, which is very important against Michigan State. Michigan State, they're not the best shooting team, especially from three-point range, but their offense is good enough because they get those second chance looks, they get to the free throw line, and they cash in on those free throws. But Wisconsin, a disciplined defense. They don't take many fouls. They're strong on the defensive glass, and I like their matchup here. These teams have not met in the regular season once. They could meet again in the Big Ten Conference Tournament, maybe even the Big Ten Final. But in this first meeting, I like Wisconsin to pick up the true road victory in this one. Next up, it's Princeton and Cornell. This one is going to be 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. Now, both teams are certainly going to be motivated in this game. It's a pretty important game for seeding purposes in the Ivy League. Both teams look pretty good in terms of making the tournament itself, as the top 4 teams in the Ivy League standings will get there. But neither of these teams want to be 4th in the standings and have to play Yale in the first round. So, the winner of this game is not going to have to. The loser could be in trouble and, could be, 4th in the standings, maybe even find themselves on the outside looking in if certain upsets happen. But for me, while, these are 2 similar teams, I mean, they're both taking a ton of threes this season. Princeton has taken, the 27th highest three-point rate. Cornell is 16th. Both teams make them at a pretty good, rate. Both are top 100 in three-point shooting. For me, while I like both offenses, I think the clear better defense is Princeton. It's ranked in the top 200 in adjusted defensive efficiency. They're a great defensive rebounding team. They are better against three-point shots compared to Cornell, which is ranked 270th in the nation. And from a shot quality perspective, it's not even close. Princeton, the much better defense there. They're, forcing tougher shots overall this season. So for that reason, I got to go with Princeton, especially because they've bounced back. We saw the loss to Dartmouth, the ugly loss to Brown, but the nice win last time out against Columbia on Friday. That was a road victory, a huge victory for Princeton because, they're right in the mix now in the standings in the Ivy League. But I think Princeton, with that bounce back win, can carry that momentum here on the road. I like their chances to pick up a key road victory outright. So I'm going to take the points and money line with Princeton. Next up, we have Illinois and Michigan. This one, 3:45 Eastern on CBS. I mentioned a few times this is a very talented Illinois team, but they are one of the younger teams in Division I in terms of D1 experience. And for that reason, I don't necessarily love them in a tournament setting in the Big Ten and the NCAA tournament. But I do think this is a decent spot for them. I think they match up well with Michigan. This is the first meeting of the season series between these two. Michigan is a team that relies quite a bit on their three-point jumpers. They are 77th in three-point rate this year, scoring about 33% of their points from the perimeter, while also scoring a lot of points from the free throw line. Illinois is a pretty disciplined team. They don't really send too many teams to the line. They also don't give up many threes. They're actually only giving up 26.5% of their points via three-point jumpers. That's ranked 338th in terms of the most. So they really do not give up a lot of threes, not a lot of open threes. And their two-point defense is top 10 in the country from a field goal percentage. So Illinois' defense, I think, is really underrated this year. Shot quality-wise, it's very strong. They're a good rebounding team. I mentioned they're disciplined. They don't take too many fouls. So I think Michigan's offense is actually going to be a little bit uncomfortable in this game. The question is, can Illinois make enough tough shots to be able to win or at least cover on the road? I think so. I still think this is a very talented team. I know they're ranked 327th in three-point shooting on the year, but they do take a lot of threes, so they may not make them at a great rate, but we should still see Illinois cashing in on 7+ threes in this ball game, scoring the rest of their points in with those layups with their strong front court. I'm going to go with Illinois in this game on the road, plus the points, and on the money line, I think we see an upset in this one. Next up, the first conference tournament game of the year, North Florida and Austin Peay. This one's 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. The first round of the ASUN Tournament. There's also going to be Central Arkansas and Stetson, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. If you're interested, one of the grim things about the conference tournament season, while it's very exciting, one of these teams, their season's going to end with this game. If they lose this game, they both have losing records, so there is no postseason tournament. So, the season's on the line here. It's win or go home. And when you look at North Florida, I think they're a dangerous team in this tournament. If they can get hot, this is a great three-point shooting team. It takes a ton of threes per game, number one in the country in three-point rate. And, those are the types of teams that go on these Cinderella runs in the conference tournaments, in the NCAA tournaments. So, for me, the Ospreys, facing an Austin Peay team that's ranked 347th in three-point defense, I think the Ospreys have the advantage there. Now, these teams met at the beginning of conference play. It was actually a win for Austin Peay, 97-89, but it was also a game where North Florida was only able to get off 17 threes in that ball game, and I think we see 20, 25 plus from the Ospreys in this one, and I think they make them at a pretty good rate because of those struggles on the perimeter for Austin Peay. I think North Florida's offense is too much in the end for this game, and I wouldn't be shocked to see them go on a run here in the ASUN. Give me North Florida on the road. And that's it. Those are the games for Sunday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.